And we are live. Hello, hello. I'm assuming you can hear me, but it's the scenery that we're after today. Anyway, hello, hello. Hey, Bay Trippers. Sharon Schultz here, the Bay Lady, coming to you from beautiful Baltimore Inner Harbor. We're downtown where all the action is as the city begins preparation for Christmas. We are on a little sightseeing boat, getting ready to take a cruise around the harbor, see the Christmas decorations. Okay, announcements coming, then we're going to get moving. So let me just kind of go ahead and switch the camera around and I can show you what's going on here in this cute little boat. This boat is from Watermark. Um, it's a recreational boat company out of Annapolis, and the name of the ship is the Annapolitan. So, all right, let's get rid of that and let me turn this baby around. Camera. Voila. Okay. Now you see what I see. And this is we're sitting at the in the front of the ship. That's Wayne, my baby, right there. Behind us is a couple of families with a bunch of kids. We'll see if they drown out the captain or myself here. Should be interesting. Not too many other people aboard here. There's the bar. I've um, I've kind of already visited the bar. But I'm famous for my Bloody Marys. What can I say? This is a small boat, obviously. We've got a Christmas tree. Okay. And like I said, there's not too many people aboard. It's not a very nice day either. There is an upper deck and outside deck. That ain't happening. Okay, so we're moving. We are moving. Um, we'll see. We'll see if the captain narrates. I haven't done this before. Haven't been on this boat or this tour. It's called the Christmas Express. Um, it's right by the Christmas Village. So what you're looking at is Federal Hill. Let me go this way. There's the Maryland Science Center. I have to shout over these kids. There's Federal Hill. And we're coming up on a local marina here. The great thing about this harbor is sitting here, we'll get one side of the harbor going and the other side coming back. So this whole little 45-minute cruise will be something different the whole time. So it's kind of interesting. Is that the Pride? Look at that. I don't think so. We have a clipper ship, the Pride of Baltimore, um, that is, well, actually, it's the Pride 2. The Pride 1 was lost at sea, unfortunately. I hope you can hear me. Mama's as loud as the kids here, trying to get them to cooperate to get a picture. Good luck with that. Heart goes out to her. And we're coming up on, let's say, oh, we're going to pass the Rusty Scupper. That's a very cool seafood restaurant. Lots of fun there. Has great views and great food. Can't go wrong. We're getting ready to turn here, and we're going to go past kind of the industrial end of the harbor coming up soon. This harbor has so many different variables, so many different neighborhoods. Actually, there's over 200 different neighborhoods in Baltimore City. That's more than most of your big cities, and it compares right up there with New York and Chicago in the number of neighborhoods. So interesting. Federal Hill there has a flag flying there always. Was a fort once upon a time, Fort Federal Hill, back during the Civil War and during the War of 1812 as well. Today it's a beautiful park and a very upscale neighborhood. The houses are that overlook the park that are across the street from the park go for well over $1 million these days, and they're old homes, 200 years, but historically protected. So the outside of the homes remains the same, just maintained, while the inside has been totally modernized. You may have inside brick walls, exposed brick, and you may have the most up to date kitchen, on the planet. The houses are very. Now, this group of condominiums. Oh, shit. This group of condominiums that we're coming up on is, sorry, is part of Federal Hill. The community is called Harborview, and they are quite exclusive. They are about the harbor and the view, big time. Um, and um, they're about the harbor and the view, and they actually are not 100% occupied, and they've been there for a while. They have all different types of units, something for everyone. How about a rag? How about the whole roll? How about the roll? Not enough. How about the roll? Go back and grab the roll. Go back and grab the roll. Hey, yeah, thank you. Grab it. I'll this you're soaking wet. I'm soaking wet. And you're being polite, waiting your turn. Can I have another drink? I need one. Yeah. I think, oh, how sweet. I mean, it's like my shirt is wet, my duck's wet, my feet is wet. Okay, I hope you all aren't laughing. I'm doing great. I was doing better until I spilled my drink. I was warned we were on a tilt, but I forgot. So in just 1 minute here, I'll be back together. There we go. Okay. Cool beans. Oh my God. All righty. All right, that's better. Luckily, I didn't feel it too terribly bad. Bear with me. I'm going to flip my camera around here for a sec. There we go. Oh, okay, that's better. Why does it look like there's an animal by the boat? I don't know. I'm not sure what you're looking at. Um, Looks like we're the only boat out there at the moment. But you know what? Hey, maybe you saw Chessie. Chessie is our Chessie is Baltimore's resident sea serpent. She goes by the name of Chesapeake, named after Chesapeake. So they call her Chessie. And they even have some paddle boats modeled after her on the other side of the harbor there. So maybe that's the animal you see, our famous Chessie. So we are still looking at Harbor View, the that huge uh, multi-floor there condominium is part of the development. They are a gated community, good security. They have access to a marina and all the amenities that go with waterfront living. There's a water taxi stop that serves the community. Um, and of course, they're accessible to the bus system and all of the public transportation here in Baltimore. So we're going, at the moment, we are going out towards Fort McHenry, which, oh, my drink almost ready. Here's my drink ready. Oh, he's going to bring it. Oh, what a gentleman. Cool beans. Cool beans. Thank you so much. Oh, thanks. Cool. All right. I'm a happy camper. I wish I drank more of the first one before I dumped it, though.
Don't dump this one.
No, I'm not dumping this one. I'm hanging on to this one for life. Yeah. See, check it out. There we go. You see, it's a Bloody Mary. It's a healthy drink. And it's a Baltimore drink. Okay. A Bloody Mary is tomato juice. And Baltimore, our eastern shore, grows the best, sweetest tomatoes. And the seasoning used in a Bloody Mary here is a spice called Old Bay, as in Old Chesapeake Bay. And it's a spice made here in Baltimore by the McCormick Spice Company. So, a Bloody Mary is truly a Baltimore drink, and I am just perpetuating the custom. How's that? And we're still looking at Federal Hill. We'll be coming away from it shortly and getting more into the industrial part of the harbor as we get closer to the actual port of Baltimore. There's a building coming up. It's the one you see a large green crane there. That's the Baltimore Museum of Industry. The front of it will be coming into view soon. It's a waterfront building. It is an awesome museum. It's such a testament to the ingenuity of Baltimoreans and how they have grown during the years. We developed many things here in the city. Many firsts occurred here in Baltimore, as in first in the nation. Okay, we were a leader in industry for sure. Now, as we're coming up on the museum, we're passing some docks. There's little Havana community, a little Cuban community over in that direction. They have a couple of food markets and restaurants that um, feature excellent Cuban food. Now we're coming, you can see the Museum of Industry there. It's got an old tugboat in front of it. And the green pavilion to the left of it is used for various events that they have at the museum, most notably 4th of July here in the city. The museum is situated not very far from the barge out here in the middle of the harbor that sets off the fireworks. And you can see various ships. These are docks there. And as a matter of fact, the building that the Museum of Industry is in is the last building that used to be a canning factory. Baltimore invented canning too. Okay, so that was a canning factory, the last one that exists, and it's now a museum. Now we're approaching Domino Sugars. Oh my goodness, they're known probably internationally, but definitely throughout the country. If you had any sugar here in Baltimore, it came from Domino Sugar. A sugar plant has been giving jobs for Baltimore for generations. Um, Generations of people that live here have worked at the sugar plant, and it is still alive and well and cooking some sugar. Baltimore is one of the biggest shipping ports in the country. It is in number one um, in taking vehicles, cars. We take in we import more cars than any other um, port in the U.S. We also import more farm equipment. That is our other thing. More farm equipment than anyone else in the U.S. So we're a very important port, seaport. A fun fact: the Baltimore Harbor is 200 miles inland from the Atlantic Ocean. That is another exclusive characteristic of our seaport. Um, the harbor here is on the Patapsco River. That's the body of water that we're on at the moment. And the Patapsco flows into the Chesapeake Bay, which is the largest estuary in the country. Chesapeake Bay splits Maryland in half, giving us two bay shores and an ocean shore as well. So seafood and shipping, it's inevitable. It's the main part of Baltimore's economy. And so by the time you leave the harbor and get out through the up the river and through the bay and out into the ocean, 200 miles. There you go. Here's a freighter, one of many, many freighters that come in and out of our port. We have many, many container ships. As I said, shipping is a very big deal here in Baltimore. Now, this is interesting because I haven't seen this end of the harbor for a little bit, so I'm interested in seeing these buildings. These are old warehouses.
That's Under Armour.
Huh?
Under Armour.
Under Armour. Oh, right, Under Armour. You've heard of Under Armour, right? The sports equipment company. Well, I'll tell you what, Under Armour has its global headquarters here in the U.S. And the CEO of Under Armour is a gentleman named Kevin Plank. And he is from Baltimore. And he has done lots and lots of things for Baltimore as far as, helping out the people and various groups and stuff. But one thing, his biggest project is developing a neighborhood in South Baltimore called the Baltimore Peninsula. And it was to have had many businesses and accommodations and commercial areas. Ray Lewis. Oh, yeah, Ray Lewis on the side of the. Yeah, let me move this. Hold on. Over on those tanks, there's a drawing of Ray Lewis Ray Lewis from the Baltimore Ravens, the team that won the Super Bowl. That team of Cal Ripken Jr. and Michael Phelps is over there too. Awesome. Silo Point, that big building there, that big warehouse, Silo Point, it's a whole community in there. It's apartments and restaurants and green spaces and just all kinds of things. And that's what Baltimore Peninsula was to be, but not one building, several lots and streets and it was on the waterfront. And we might even go near passing there, we'll see. So all of that, and it was to have skyscrapers along the harbor. That was phase two. Well, phase one was as far as they got. Unfortunately, unfortunately, the main attraction for this community was based on drawing in businesses. That didn't happen. It didn't happen. Nothing came back as it was after COVID. And therein lies the problem. So they're calling the Baltimore Peninsula a ghost city. There's nobody there. You walk down the street in the middle of the day, in the middle of the work week, there's nobody around. Parking, not a problem. It's easy to get one of those very few limited free parking spaces. Very interesting. So we're still here along the piers, along the docks. Welcome to the port of Baltimore. And this is just the tip of it. The very tip of it. For a rainy day, the water is not too bad. It's not even choppy. Hopefully, it'll stay that way until we get back there. Okay, so we're not going out to Fort McHenry. Fort McHenry would be off to the right there. So now we're coming into
the east side of Baltimore.
yeah, East Baltimore. Fells Point is over this way. What else am I thinking of? Not Fells Point. Oh, Canton. Canton is another popular Baltimore neighborhood. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's Canton and then Fells Point and then Harbor East. Yeah. So these are more neighborhoods that we are cruising by here. Fells Point was an important shipping community back in the day, back in the 1700s in colonial times. They manufactured some of the first boats there, the first ships. Yeah, the first ships were built here in Baltimore. The first war sloops right here in Baltimore they were built. And also because Fells Point was like a major shipping hub, ships from other places would come there. The very first Chinese sailors to ever set foot in America did so here at Fells Point. So they set foot here in Fells Point. So you're looking at Fells Point now. Those buildings that you're looking at were warehouses. You see a big, long kind of red brick building there. That used to be Brown's Wharf once upon a time. Now, upscale penthouse condominiums shops. There are hotel rooms in there. It's part of the multi-district concept that they've got going on here, and in most big cities actually. You can see the city pier sign over there. Um, Again, once upon a time, a warehouse. Not today. Today, again, it holds shops and things of that nature. Fells Point is historically protected, so it can't be altered. There's cobblestone streets, and the storefronts are the same as they were back in the day. Reportedly, the oldest bar in the country is at Fells Point. It's called The Horse She Rode In On. And that is where our renowned poet Edgar Allan Poe took the last drinks that ended his life. He drank himself into a stupor at the horse she rode in on that night. His friends found him passed out, carried him several blocks to what was then Church Home Hospital, the University Medical Center at the time, and where he promptly died. He was 40 years old and had no clue of the fame and notoriety that his poetry and his stories would bring one day. So there's the City Pier, Broadway. Again, that's actually in Fells Point. You're looking at Fells Point. The old warehouse. It doesn't look like a warehouse in the front, not at all. It looks very elegant. But look, you can see up top the rooftop terraces there. Now you know that those residential units are worth a very pretty penny. Oh, look at the houseboat right there on the end, right here. Oh, love it, love it, love it. I could do that, maybe, if the water wasn't rough. Oh, there's downtown Fells Point up there with the lights. That's the community center. There's an open park there where they do festivals and such on the weekends. That's where the lights are. A lot of really cool restaurants there, um, upscale shops and such, and also uh, the nightlife there is really popular, especially even with the locals. I have a nephew who frequents some of the places there in Fells Point, like the horse she goes in on. I have no doubt. If you notice, there's a building there that has a massive rooftop deck. It's got lights along the top rail. Rooftop decks are a Baltimore thing. They add so much real estate to a property. Everything is about the harbor. If you can see it, then you flaunt it. Then it you advertise it, you make use of it. So rooftop decks are something that is, a really treasured commodity here in this city, for sure. So we're cruising along the edge of the harbor. We'll be saying goodbye to Fells Point and hello to Harbor East. Yeah, there's the downtown area of Fells Point. There's Broadway Market is right there with all the little lights in the middle. The horse she rode in on is right across the street from these buildings right here. So Fells Point is, old Baltimore neighborhood with historical significance. What's interesting is the neighborhood that we're coming to now is called Harbor Point, followed by Harbor East. Harbor Point is the newest area, the newest neighborhood. Construction here was just completed a year ago, 1 year ago, December 2024. The last building, Price's national headquarters, was completed then. And so this area that you're looking at now, beyond the old renovated warehouse building,